And we live. We are live. We are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to week 2, episode 2, whatever you want to call it. Unlock your style or unlock talks. I am Concept, and this right here.
Kevin G.
Kevin G. All right. That was our intro, and I love that thing.
I never get tired of it.
Dude, it looks so good. I swear it looks good. How's the delay on this thing? It's good?
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not as bad as last time.
It was like
not
20 seconds.
No, I think it was more than 20 seconds.
I had
it was quite a bit.
I added something different to this screen, so watch this. Oops.
You just messaged in the chat.
Did you see it?
Yes. I was like, what am I looking at?
What's up? What's up, bro? I'm all typing like I'm not live. How you guys doing? We got a chat in the middle now. It's kind of cool. I like it. So yeah, episode 2 last week was pretty cool. We introduced ourselves and stuff, and kind of got to talk a little bit about dance. But let's dive a little deeper, I guess. You know, what do you think? What do you think? What's on your agenda for today?
Well, on the agenda for today, we have someone suggested that we talk about insecurities in our movement or in dance in general.
Insecurities. Okay. How do you feel about that?
We all have them. I have them all the time.
Yeah.
It's well, I've had like just people personally always ask me how to get over insecurities if you dance, and like how do you improve on it? How do you get more? It's always this. I want to get more confident with my movement, and
right.
I'm always thinking, well, that depends on person to person. Each person has a different way of doing it, so I always never really know, at least personally, how to give that advice out.
Right.
On how to become confident. I guess first thing I do is I ask them, what specifically are you insecure on? And if it's like technique, you can train a little bit more. If it's more on how you look like, I guess figure out what is you don't like and then work on that. That's one way you can work on it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think also one of the biggest questions around all that is what are you most insecure about in general? Not even just dance, because it's like,
yes.
I feel like in general, like in life, you know, you're gonna have a bunch of insecurities that's gonna just reflect onto dance, and it's gonna, you know, it's just gonna project onto your dance, you know. And for me, you know, starting in dance 2005. age check. Starting 2005, one of my biggest insecurities in dance was my weight. And, you know, I've always been a big dude. To this day, I'm still a big dude. But I feel like, you know, for me, one way to get out of it was I just became really good. You know what I mean? I was just like, I'm just going to train. I guess, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say it helps people look past things or helps me look past things, because sometimes it gets a little like, you know, you start feeling your insecurities. But
so did you have to find a way to, like, I guess in other words, accept yourself, like your body weight, and this is how you are, and just accept it?
100%. I didn't, I'm never gonna accept like being unhealthy, right? So I wanna work on being healthier. If that calls for slimming down, then that's what that calls for. But
Yeah.
what I had to accept was, whatever card you're dealt with, whatever you have, it's just what it is, right? So for me, it's like there's no other issues other than like my decisions of like weight gain, and that's just internal struggles on my own, and a lot of people go through stuff like that, um, and I guess you could say it's weird because it contradicts itself because dance actually pulls me out of that insecurity, but I have that insecurity in dance as well, so it's like this weird balance of like, you know, this weird balance of those two things. But
No, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That's when your life insecurities go into your dance. And it's like it's not insecurities of dance, like you said, it's not just dance related. It
Right.
is a lot about just life in general. Like yours, I guess it's your body type on how you look physically. For me, it's always been just like I guess my personality and just I've always been a shy, closed off person,
Mm-hmm.
and I still am. And so when people see that with my dancing, like when I tell people I dance, but then I tell people I'm shy, they're like, "That doesn't make sense. You're a dancer. You're not
Mm.
supposed to be shy." And I'm all like, "I am. It's just I'm naturally a shy person. I'm a quiet
Right.
person." But that used to always bother me in the beginning because when I first started dancing, because it made me, and sometimes it still does actually, because it made me always want to tell myself that I have to dance super, super energetic, super hype, super like big everywhere all the time. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, yes, that's good for your movement. That I realized I was just faking it. It wasn't feeling natural, and I felt even more stupid than I did before when I
Oh.
wasn't dancing that way.
Okay.
Because it's like, yeah, because it's like everyone's telling me I need to dance this way, or I'd be in a cipher, and everyone has high energy and everything, and you can match their energy without matching their movement, if that makes sense.
So you're
At
saying
least
that
it's
you connected the fact of dancing, literally dancing, energized or big or super outgoing. You're connecting that with how you are as a person. Because
I
I feel,
was,
because I
yeah.
feel well, how do you feel like you dance now? You know what I mean? Knowing all this.
Now I'm trying to be more. Lately, I guess what I've been focusing on dance wise is just being more comfortable with allowing my movement translate my personality, but honestly,
Mm.
because I can be energetic, I can be big with my movement, but I need to be more honest about it and how that comes across. I guess personally, and it's more of I stopped caring about what others people were thinking about me regarding that. If I was getting accepted from them,
Yeah.
if my energy was to their par, and I started accepting more like this is what I want to give out, and if I'm good with it, I'm good with it.
Mm. So what do you think is like? I don't know. What do you think is one of your biggest insecurities like right now in dance?
Right now, my biggest insecurity, I guess, are two, which have always been there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been popping up more now is technique and creativity. I guess like lack of just constantly just I'm thinking in my head like, am I actually boring people? That sometimes pops
Mm.
in. Like,
What up, Concept? I love your movement and been an inspiration to me. Yo, asterisk 19, bro. That means a lot, bro. For real, for real. Thank you for tuning in. To catch you up, we're talking about insecurities in dance. Kevin was just, bringing in on his list of his insecurities. But yeah, bro. What what does that stem from? Like, do you think it's like you're scared of? Is it just a fear of not being good enough, or like, you know what I mean?
It's a mix of things. It's a fear of not being good enough, but then it's also a fear of just uh it comes from my personality. I don't really like put myself out there in general and a lot of things just in life. I'm very, again, a shy person. So it's like dancing for me, even though I have fun with it and I love it, it's always every time I dance battling my shyness. And so because of that, the shyness will take over, and that's when I become like I start repeating, I go to my resets, I start doing the same thing over and over again.
Mm.
So it's more of me just being comfortable as a person, and it's attacking my dance if I'm not. Like that day I'm just like feeling really shy, feeling insecure just in general. Not even just with dance, just in general. I'm not gonna dance well the rest of
Right.
the day.
Give me 1 second. My baby started crying. If you want to like talk to the people, just share your thoughts. Kevin's gonna take over for a second. I'm gonna grab my kid. You know, it's things that happen in life. Take it
This
away,
is what
Kevin.
happens. This is what happens when you do it live.
Take it
No, I mean,
away.
I guess I guess if anyone that's watching wants to ask any specific questions themselves on how we battle, oh, I guess that I could answer that real quick. How we battled insecurity. I had to self reflect why, like what aspects of my life of who I am, this and that am I insecure about, and what can I fix? What do I need to learn to accept on more and more? And that is something I'm still working on. I was actually talking to someone the other day, and they're messaging me and how they're amazed at how far I've gone with dance. Because in the beginning, I did not think I'd be dancing the way I dance today, or I'd still be dancing to this day. So little moments like that, it makes me realize that while I'm still battling all these insecurities, this lack of confidence I have on the daily, it's worth it in the end. And it's just little motivational boost you get it once in a while. You get those people that just motivate you and remind you that you're actually pretty good. Stop doubting yourself. You're actually pretty good. I know that's one thing I've learned. I've had to remind myself that I'm actually a good dancer. I can't just, I gotta stop being too insecure. What else do I have on here? Any tips and tricks? I'm looking at a Google Doc we have of what we're going to talk about today. Any tips and tricks? I pretty much just said it. Just try to be comfortable with yourself. No one have anything to say? Anyone that's watching? The 4 people that are watching us? Anyone have any questions on this? I can't tell if Paul's popping back or not.
I
I can't.
just got back.
Okay. Okay. I can't tell if you're.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to get my baby because she started crying.
It's okay.
So what were we talking about?
No, just finishing up on one thing that helped me with insecurities is have those people that remind you and like give you that nudge that you're actually a good dancer. Stop overthinking it.
Right.
Mhm. It's
I,
it's good to have those people that just are there for you.
one big thing too is like that I started getting into as well is like say that what helps is like you said, like those people that tell you like you're good, but what are you thinking in what direction, or like what kind of guidance would you need if you didn't need that? You know what I mean? Like, how can you take care of that yourself to where it's like, how can you ultimately find yourself being a dancer, finding your place in dance, finding your place within yourself? Because, I mean, for me, it took a lot of years just to get in a bag, You know what I mean? And by in a bag, I mean like comfortable being able to just throw around at any time, at any point. You know what I mean? And just dance whenever I want. I'm confident that I have at
Yeah.
least some sort of solidness behind it. But, you know, what do you think would be a good first step of like not needing anything else, any other third party, just you know what I mean, just you getting over your own insecurities and dance.
I guess one thing that for me I think would help, and as it is what I've been working on, is what am I trying to do with my dance, and like what am I trying to say every time I jump into cipher, or if it's a battle, what is it exactly that I'm trying to do and say? I guess like have more clarity on the purpose of my movement and the purpose of my dance.
Mm,
Like, are you doing it for the fun of it? Then to have fun with it. Have every round be a fun round. If you're doing it for like a battle and you have that competitive side that you're doing it for competitive purposes,
mm-hmm.
have that reflect in your movement as well. Like be honest with yourself, like you want to win this battle, so
Right.
show it. So it's more of clarity on why it is you're doing what you're doing. And I guess for me it's I try to do this is every move I throw out, I want it to have purpose.
Mm.
I'm not throwing a move just to throw out a move just because it looks cool or it's just in the moment. There
Yeah.
is a purpose behind that move, whether you realize it or not. Like
Okay.
or an overarching purpose with that round.
Yeah.
Once it, yeah, so I guess once I get to that, once you fully understand that at its core, I just for me, I wouldn't have to worry about like, am I looking cool? Am I looking that and that? Because I used to think that when I first started dancing, am I looking cool? But then I started thinking, but why do I care if I look cool?
Right.
Oh, this is why. Yeah, this is why I care if I look cool. Okay. So I got to work on that and like just getting more confident in myself.
Yeah. Hey, you got a follower. Oh, it's my cousin. What's up, bro? And to kind of switch it up to switch the energies too, it's like at the same time, one of the biggest things that um kind of messes us all up in the head is we start getting too deep into this shit, right? When when I started dancing, it was like, you know, I just freaking love it. I'm just gonna start doing this, and um, but then now entered like choreo shows, freestyle battles, ciphers, anything that had to do with somebody else, right? Um, or a group of people or an event. Then starts coming in like, okay, who am I dancing for? What am I dancing for? It just has all these factors all of a sudden, right? When I first
Yeah.
started dancing, like I wasn't thinking about shit. I wasn't thinking about nothing. I don't give a shit about nothing else, but I just want to do this and be dope at it. But it's like as we move in time, like we start seeing dancers just like start thinking too much into it, right? Which I'm not gonna invalidate anybody who wants to get, you know, deep in their emotion and their expression. But I found out when I step back and I just remember my root and why, and I can't even tell you why when I first started. I just started moving, like you know what I'm saying. So why not just step back and just start moving and moving, grooving, at the beat. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and now it starts getting when you start making things too deep, you start needing to look for answers to questions that you created.
I
Like
think
you
no,
created you gave
yeah.
yourself these questions that now you have to have answered because now it's making you think, which it's not a bad thing, but dancing itself is so just like unadulterated fun or just a natural expression that when you hear something you're just naturally moving to it, you know what I mean? But you know, and I'm not invalidating like what you said, like I get it, I get super deep into my shit too, but sometimes like
No, yeah, yeah.
I would have to step back um and just remember like, oh man, you know, like I'm dancing, I'm not, you know, doing brain surgery, or I'm not like, Picasso, which contradicts itself because, I can be a Picasso of dance, you know what I'm saying? But my point is, when you start creating those questions for yourself, you're going to find yourself wanting to answer them. And then you're going to start putting meaning to things that originally didn't. And then the slowly starts becoming, um, the authenticity starts going away a little bit for me because now you
I
have to
think, yeah.
explain shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with all of that because once you start taking something too seriously, the love for it almost goes away a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you just
yeah,
it becomes a stress. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, my cousin said on point. He's not a dancer, but that mentality is a good thing to have with anything you do. Move with purpose. Oh yeah, see, so he agrees on what you said. Like, and I 100% agree with that. Like, you
yeah,
move with a reason. Like, why do you do it, right? Um, but I guess where I was going with my long ass tangent was, um, when you start creating purposes that weren't there originally. That's when insecurities pop in, and your brain is forced to start making those, right? So it's like, say you just throw around because you just felt like it.
yeah.
Your insecurities can start coming in and being like, why, why, why? And this is coming from me,
Why?
someone who teaches. Tell them that it's human nature. But this is coming from someone who teaches people to move with reason and purpose, right? Um, every once in a while, you just gotta you gotta get out there and just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, cool.
It's you got to have a good mix of the two. Like, while yes, you need to know the purpose and all the side I mentioned, you also need the side that you just mentioned. You need to just have fun with it and just
Yeah,
groove it out.
yeah. Because if you would have asked me this question when I was 14 years old, I'd been like, "What, weirdo? I just do it. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's just what it is, right?" But now that we've grown, we've started considering, all these other factors, and honestly
It's
sometimes
a,
we'd have to give it, or find a reason for why we do it, because then you start realizing there's not that much money in it. You start realizing you're becoming an adult, you're still dancing. Of course I need to find a reason now, right?
yeah.
I can't just be a 30-year-old man going out just, well, I can, but I'm not going to feed my family just doing that, right?
Almost like we're
um
finding an excuse to keep doing what we're doing and
yeah,
validating it for ourselves.
and that's when you start like wanting to find work, book for gigs, teaching. Like, you want to start making an income off it, because when we first started, we wasn't thinking about none of that. Now it's like,
No.
how do you retire with dance? You got to figure that out, right? And that just sways us into a whole different conversation, and that is a good way to go, because I love that conversation. ASMR.
This is not that channel.
Unlock your style ASMR. Let's see who we got. Let's read. How can I view my viewers? ADP just followed. Asterix. Oh, we got a couple followers. Okay.
Getting there.
We're getting
Getting
there.
there.
We're getting there. And I'm not even tripping because this is fun. I just like talking. Um, but what else? What else? What else do you think like is very important with just moving through dance? Like, I'm gonna say this. I'll form it as a question
Okay.
for people who are beginning to dance.
Mm.
What is one thing that has to happen for you to mature as a dancer? That's a heavy fucking question.
Ooh. Yeah. I was not expecting that route.
And it doesn't have
One
to be
thing that
specific. It could be a general one thing. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna start answering it.
I guess one thing that I guess for a beginner, for them to improve themselves as a dancer, is to always be honest with themselves on where they want to take their dance and how they want to dance. Like if you want to change styles all of a sudden, be honest with it and just go full force with it. I guess
Right.
be honest and just go 100% with it full out. Like don't half-ass anything because there's a lot of stuff I learned in dance throughout the years, especially like in classes I've taken and stuff that I've half-assed. That I look back now that if I actually gave it my all, I would have been a much better dancer in that style, like jazz and ballet. I was so lazy with it, and I was so considered one of the best in the class, but I was lazy.
Well, I mean, it wasn't your
No,
original thing. Why would
what
you?
what
Why would you want
it
to?
was it wasn't my original thing, but I did enjoy it a lot to a point where I kind of wanted to pursue it.
Right.
I did want to pursue it. I just kept telling myself it wasn't worth it. But that's one style that I've been trying to bring back more because I kept telling myself back then that I didn't care for it. I don't need it. I don't need it. It's just I didn't see it as a waste of time. It was just more of like a side. I was too focused on what I was trying to do
Hmm.
primarily, but I guess it's more just like if you're gonna uh do dance in general, I guess do full out with it.
Right. Real quick, my daughter keeps waking up. I don't know what's going on. I gotta make sure she's all right.
It's okay.
Um,
It's okay.
read real quick.
Asterisks.
Asterisk. I'm a
I'll read it.
self-taught dancer. Oh, you see it?
Yeah, I see it. I'm gonna read
All
it.
right, read it. Expand on it. I'll be back. 2 seconds.
All right. Asterisk 19. I'm a self-taught dancer, but I do more freestyling. But I also feel like I'm not like my technique isn't that good, but I'm not too comfortable with dancing in front of others either. How do I get comfortable dancing in front of others? How do you deal with comparing yourself to
I'll
other
help. I'll help with
dancers who
this
are
question too
better
when
than
I
you?
when I come back. That's a
Okay.
heavy question too.
That's a question I've received a lot because I compare myself to others a lot. Whew. I still do that myself, to be honest. Um, the first part, how to get comfortable dancing in front of others is something that I didn't get comfortable until like 2 years ago. That took me a long time to get comfortable with. And I guess again, that does stem from being insecure for movement or lack of confidence. I think the fact that you said that you don't think your technique is that good, that's partly, at least for me, that was partly why I was insecure of dancing in front of others. I kept telling myself I'm not that good. I'm not that good of a dancer, this and that. So that would demotivate me to want to dance in front of others. How to get comfortable dancing in front of others? It's I guess one thing that I've noticed is that it just doesn't matter. We're all there to have fun. I think it goes back to what Paul was saying is that we overthink it. Mhm.
Yo yo.
Hello.
Um, but I'm not too comfortable dancing in front of others either. How do I get comfortable dancing in front of others? How do you deal with comparing yourselves to other dancers who are better than you? First of all, you don't compare yourself
Yeah.
because asterisk there is literally nobody exactly like you, just like how you are like nobody else. Um, DNA is all different. Everybody's DNA is different. Why compare apples to oranges at that point, right? Um, for me, when you said who are better than you, that's a perspective, right? Movement is subjective, dance is subjective. There's different movers. Yes, there's people who are more skilled technically, but what if you don't even want to judge things technically, right? Art is something that you can literally do whatever you want. This is something that really helped me move forward in dance where I didn't really give a shit about anything else because Battles are hard because you literally have people telling you this person's better than this person, but you can't go home thinking like, okay, that guy's better than me or that woman's better than me. No, you got to go home like, okay, that judge liked that dancer more than me in that battle, right? Now your mentality should switch. How can I? How can I show these judges or show anybody else who's watching me? How can you translate your world to them for them to understand you? Right? There's no, it's a gray area. There's not really like, am I good or am I bad? Right? It's all opinions at that point. I've seen someone who's really good technically have a boring ass round, and someone who's technically not good but just didn't give a shit have a way better round. So you
Yeah.
can't really say like, you compare yourselves to better dancers. And that alone can help you with being comfortable dancing with other people because now you know you're the only person in your skin. So you have something to offer regardless. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about that asterisk. I don't know if that helped. Um, you know what you're asking, but oh, my lights turned off. It's okay. I like it in the dark. Um, I'm just going
ASMR.
through a bunch of stuff. I got a baby crying. Lights turning off. This is gonna be the Kevin show in about 2 seconds. Go ahead,
Hey,
Kevin. Take
but
it
I
away.
I think the low lighting actually looks better on you though.
Oh, I'll keep it like this then, so she can sleep. All right, I'm gonna rock this kid to sleep.
What? Oh, he did leave. I can still hear you. Yeah. I said in the dark. I didn't mean it in the dark. You should have left me. Thank you. It changed my perspective. Okay. So I guess we were able to help out a little bit, Asterix. That's good. It- That's good. No, I'm gonna be honest, at least for me, insecurities do and don't always go away. It's For me, it's been a big learning process. And it is more as more and more I learn about dance, the more and more I get insecure about it because like I tell myself I'm not doing this move right. My technique isn't good, or I'm not doing good in a cipher. Like I learn more and more about it. So you learn more and more reasons to be insecure. But it's like, yes, you can use that to help you get better, but at the same time, don't let it hinder you in your movement.
And I'm
Just pause
back.
it back. Okay. Pause back.
What were we saying? Recap that.
I was just saying how one thing I've noticed the more and more I learn about dance, about technique, about this and that, the more it gives you more and more reasons to be insecure. You'll find reasons to be insecure once you learn more about other stuff. But then it's like you shouldn't use those as reasons to be insecure. You should just use that as ways to improve your dancing, if that makes sense.
Mm, like use that energy.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, I learned I was doing this wrong. Okay, cool. Now I'll do it better. Or I'm learning all this new stuff. Now I feel like I'm not good because I wasn't doing it properly.
Eh,
It's more of changing your own perspective on how you view it.
well, yeah, because you know what was that? Are those cars?
That's not me.
That's not me.
It was not me.
I heard cars.
I did too. Is it video playing?
Oh, I think somebody was.
Does someone hop on?
All right, whatever.
I see who it was.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, bro.
Is he? All right.
Manette, you gotta get off, dog.
We have someone hopping on, trying to
It's
hop on.
John. Oh my god.
Oh,
Get off.
Get.
Yeah. This fool got on.
You gotta fix this
Oh
stream.
my god. Today's a fucking day. Alright.
It, that was funny though. I'm gonna be
Yeah, that was
honest.
pretty funny. You got me hot, John. If you watching this. Um, back to it, like one thing is not to really approach shit like with a bad state. You know what I mean? Like why would you go into a class thinking like, oh, it's too good, or I'm not gonna do it, or if you go to a battle, it's like, oh, that guy's gonna beat me. It's like you gotta
Hmm.
stop all that shit. You gotta do it because you just want to.
Just
Like
do it.
you just gotta do it. Like it's too like now you're just making shit complicated. And I get it. You know, insecurities come in and it freezes you up. But that's the name of the game. We're dancers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you gotta dance.
I think it's all. Yes, I think it's just more like be comfortable with the insecurity, like acknowledge it too. It's like if you have it, okay. I like you said, just do something about it. Just do it, whatever it is you want to do, and it's just acknowledge you have insecurities, you have lack of confidence, but don't let that be a hindrance.
Right.
I'm not the most confident person sometimes, but I will always go out there and jump into the cipher. I will always do a battle just because the side that you were talking about is just having fun with it.
Yeah.
So it's like no matter what, those insecurities are always there. They won't fully go away. It's more like just do it. Stop overthinking it.
Overthinking is the worst. That shit gets me. That shit gets me like every time I do something. You want to talk about overthinking? This thing right here, choose your concept official card game. The first original draft was so overthought. I don't even know what to say. But
Yeah.
shameless plug, it's all good now. Go check it out. Unlockerstyle.co. Go buy yourself a game. Um, Someone just posted about it today. I saw they received their game. But we overthought that whole process in the beginning.
We did. That was, and it's something that, if anything, it's because we were insecure about it. That's why we were overthinking it.
Why we cared
We didn't
about
know.
it a lot. We've been doing this
We did care about it.
series.
Yeah.
We've been doing this series since almost the beginning of Unlock, and turning it into a card game was a lot of pressure on ourselves. Like we love that game.
Yeah. That's I'm honestly surprised I got that far.
Shoot, I'm not. We were going crazy.
Um,
Sorry, I'm texting someone.
no,
Um,
I'm thinking what else? I think we pretty much touched on a lot of stuff when it comes to insecurities and self confidence and everything.
yeah, this is gonna be a hard episode to get through. A lot of monotone talking and conversation. But, a lot of this is for us. We like to get stuff off our chest and talk, excuse me, and talk about what we want to talk about. So,
No, yeah, it's I know one thing I've learned when it comes to overthinking. It's actually an article I read at one of my dance classes called "The Beginner Mindset." When you can be dancing at something, you can be dancing for like 10, 15 years, and since we have all this knowledge, we know the proper way of doing things. We know how things are supposed to look and everything. But when you're a beginner, you have no experience whatsoever, you're not thinking about all that. You're just moving just to move, to have fun with it.
no,
You're exploring.
yeah. One of my
And
good friends was telling me, like, one of my mentors, he would say, always refer back to the kid at the wedding. That's just freaking
mm,
going off on the dance floor.
yeah, exactly.
Always builds a crowd. But the person on the side, like
Exact
thinking about his tuts and shit, that's not gonna work out.
Exactly. It's just like we just have fun with it. And I feel like a lot of us lose that once we get like to a certain level. Once we get any amount of experience, we start losing that innocent child aspect in a way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the game, we start caring about it. We start realizing
Hmm.
its effects on us. We start realizing what it could do for us, the power of it. You know what I mean? Once we start seeing that power, we almost bow down to it, and are scared to touch that. And we don't see our own value, our own power that we're providing to dance. Yeah, we're making dance take us over when in reality we're the facilitators. We're not the facilitatees.
Bow
What's the
down. That's
opposite
a
of
way to say it. I have no idea.
stop bowing down to your own art? Just fucking do it. ASMR.
I mean,
ASMR.
if you
What?
I
We
was just-
gotta. I put up a post on Instagram, and John, actually, the guy who freaking's getting on these damn voice chats, pissing me off. I'm about to reply to him so he doesn't think I'm really mad. But he replied. I said, "Is there any videos you guys want me to react to?" And he said, "What was it?" He
That
sent me
was
the link.
Rubik's.
Oh shit! Let me get the
Did he?
link on my computer.
You gotta fix my camera again.
Do I?
I'm on the stream.
Oh shit! I got the chat. I forgot I was doing that. Oops, I'm in the wrong one. Ah, dang it.
This is what happens when we do this live, people.
Today's the day. I'm telling you.
And we did have the option of just pre-recording this and just cutting it up, but we're like, nah, let's just do it live. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, man. Why not? I mean, people need to see why. I'm just trying to show you my screen, Kevin. There we go. All right. Let me get the link from John.
Just blame it on John.
Every time, just everything is just John.
When we see him tomorrow, we'll just blame it on him.
John, what the hell, man?
It's just
Like,
John's fault.
Let me get this link. He said he wants us to watch Rubik's the Grizzly versus the Twins. What is this? What it is?
I don't know what battle. I don't even know what battle this is. Well,
I'm about to pull it up.
It's okay. Take your time.
It's all good.
Just go out ASMR. Little I can't tell what's going on now.
Hold on. ASMR.
ASMR. I don't want to do that.
ASMR. All right, let's see if that works.
Oh my god.
Let's see if that works. Nope, it does not.
I don't know. Okay.
I
I don't know if you're trying to do something or not.
It's not even playing. I'm trying to play this.
Hey, John just texted me.
What did he say? He said, "My bad, yo."
He was like, I was trying to watch.
Watch it on Discord, man.
You mean in Twitch?
I mean Twitch. Watch it in Twitch, man.
He's like, I was just trying to watch.
No.
Oh, John.
Oh, man. You know what? I probably can't even play it because I'm streaming it to you, huh?
That shouldn't matter. Or
No?
what?
Oh, here we go. It's loading. Anyways, I'm gonna let that load. Let's go back to us talking. But we'll watch that video in a second. But yeah, if you guys have any videos you guys want us to watch. Oh.
Start playing.
But if you guys have any
How's the
videos
stream going?
you guys want us to watch or react to or whatever it is on the live, then send that over. We'll try and get that in. But let's see what John sent us.
Let's see what this is.
The twins.
Rubik King
They said I never gon' get it. Ain't no chance out of me. No stepping up, you gon' leave it with me, baby. Even though there is a lot of women, admit it. All you say is give it, give it, give me, give me. Yeah, the name is King, no gimmick, baby. Sometimes I wanna switch your name like Diddy. Come on,
Whoa.
I get explicit. You ain't working that body for money too. If you do, holla at your boo. Monkey see, monkey do, I got you. And them double, cause I'm a crash. Ain't no kid rock, but I rock like a rock star. Let him hit me, they play it, you know, it's pretty late. Check my resume, make you not hesitate. But we can kick it on any level. Except for love and a curse. Except for love and a curse. Do I start up? I'm not the guy.
I like that.
This guy goes crazy.
I can get you out if it's cold out there. Cold out there. Every temporary, do that dance, do that dance, do that dance, baby. And do that dance. And take your chance, baby. And take your chance. And to the ground, baby. And to the ground. And turn around, baby. And turn around. Stay fitted when you carry on running down.
I'll be honest, the camera gets me off. Big dude threw that, but the camera threw me off for a second.
Oh yeah. This guy's. Oh my god. Jesus. Alright, well, this is a 7-minute video, but so far that was crazy. And I already know how that's gonna go down. I'm gonna finish watching that later, but damn. Man.
Camera guy.
I gotta get in those battles, man. I gotta get in those battles ASAP. I swear. Oh
Yeah. This got you hype.
hell yeah, that got me hype. I'm gonna watch the rest of that freaking battle. I'm gonna freaking lab later. That shit was crazy. But yeah, you know, today's episode was kind of like shoddy, but you know, again, we apologize for all the technical stuff and all the babies crying and all the
People trying to hop on.
people trying to hop in our Discord voice channel, so we can't stream this. But I guess that's all a part of it. That's all a part of being live, streaming it. We don't have to be that formal. I mean, we're just gonna hop on here and talk to y'all.
Honestly, none of this is formal. We're just
Nah, man,
nothing.
we don't come in here and know what we're gonna do. Freaking appreciate Brandon, Asterix, y'all giving some good input on, you know, on dance. It's a lot of struggles, but I can honestly tell you guys, like, if you love doing this, if you really love doing this, the struggle is like, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
And it's all internal struggles. You know what I mean? It's all internal struggles. Like the struggle that you give yourself trying to like feel good about yourself in dance is the worst feeling. Like it's so hard to like even watch my own footage sometimes, or just thinking about where I'm at in dance. But when I buckle down and I just realize like, okay, nah, fuck that, I'm dope. I like how I dance. I love dancing, so I'm gonna watch my shit. I'm gonna, you know, like you just own up to it at that point. But you know, I hear a lot of that being a frequent question of like confidence and insecurities and how do I get past being nervous. You're always gonna be nervous. First of all, it's just, you know, you're performing in front of people. You're gonna be nervous.
Yeah.
Confidence, that's just 100% like on you. You have to take that step and be like, hey, I'm about to go crazy. That's it. I mean, it sounds easy. It's easier said than done. But
Always.
but literally, it's like the internal struggles is the thing that kills everybody in dance. And as a dancer, it's facts. It shit used to kill me. It don't kill me as much now because I have bigger things that came into my life. You know, like I would not go to a jam because if my daughter had to stay home, I would be with her. Like it's just real. It's like life things, but I still love dance. I still dance all the time, and there's nothing wrong with just accepting yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that was my TED Talks. Thank you. That was my TED Talk. Kevin was supposed to lead this podcast.
Yeah, you just took it over though. You just
I just had to talk about. I just had to say my piece because that was a damn good question.
No, it's a good question. It's always a fun question because my answer has changed also from like in the past. Because I was like, oh, so work on technique. You'll be good then. Like, no, that doesn't help with confidence.
It doesn't. It helps. I mean, it's a little puzzle piece.
Yeah,
It's a puzzle
but it's not.
piece, but it's not the whole shebang. Like learning more technique can probably boost your like confidence because you're starting to gain ability.
Yeah,
But other than that, like then you're just gonna be comfortable in technique stuff, and it's gonna get boring. It's gonna get boring. With dance, you have to constantly explore, constantly go into the unknown. You have to constantly do things that you think you'd never do, but you're going into it like it's a
be
constant exploration.
be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah. KJ used to say that all of her classes, like, hey, be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it's like, it's facts. Like, you got to be able to sit in it. You got to be able to sit in the weirdness sometimes, the extra emotion sometimes, the dryness sometimes, the stone face killer sometimes. Like, I love dance because I could be whoever I want to be. Like, I'd be characters in dance. I'd be Spider-Man and shit if I wanted to. But everybody has their things. But it's just, it's all going to be a conversation and different perspectives. So we could talk about this forever, even on an ASMR channel. ASMR.
Comment if you want Paul to start an ASMR channel.
Yeah. All right, everybody, like and subscribe if you want to see me do an ASMR channel. I'm going to do nothing but eat cereal.
You should do a whole class, but in ASMR.
An ASMR dance class. All right,
Like
what we're going to do is 12-point waves. 12-point waves. Big facts, Brandon. I appreciate you for staying. You've been one of the viewers that's been around, that's been on this whole time, and I appreciate you, man.
I think
Patreon member. He's our Patreon member. He's taken my classes. Like, this guy's dope. Shout out to him.
This was his question too, actually.
Yeah, it was his question. He sparked this whole podcast, or not podcast, but live stream. That looks like a podcast. Sounds like a podcast, but really it's an ASMR podcast.
You get this man a mic, and this is what he does.
Anyways, oh my god, you play, bro. That's funny. But yeah, we do this every Monday. We're probably going to get more entertaining as we move forward because we're going to figure shit out.
All the technical.
We're probably going to move all the stream stuff to Kevin's computer so he can control it all, because mine is tripping. But maybe not. Every Monday, we're going to talk. I'll post the episode on YouTube. You gotta buy this right here. Choose your concept, official card game. Look, we should go live and play this shit, to be honest.
We keep saying that, but something always comes up.
All right, real quick. Story time. You got to tell a story of a mad scientist
Whoa.
at an amusement park. Where's my what's? Baking. And the room is getting smaller.
You say baking?
Mad scientist at an amusement park baking, and the room is getting smaller. Story time. This is Choose Your Concept, y'all.
Improv style voice. All right. I had a friend. He was really good with chemistry and everything, but he wanted to expand on his experiments a little bit more. And he wanted to see if he could take it on a road. So what he did was he was working in the what was it, the Hall of the Mirrors, one with the mirrors? What's it called?
The House of Mirrors?
House of Mirrors. So he's at the House of Mirrors. When in the House of Mirrors, he had one room, well, this little section in the little house itself that's surrounded by mirrors that he can see everyone else, but they can't see him. And so what he would do is that he purposely timed himself to make that room smaller and smaller whenever every like few minutes it constantly got smaller. Within that time frame, he wanted to see how many people he can feed different types of baked goods with, but for each baked good, like cakes and cupcakes and everything, which each baked good each person would take, it would give them different things they would hallucinate to when they were walking within the mirror. So it was no longer a regular house of mirrors. It was a house of mirrors mixed in with like all these hallucinations that you're having.
Ooh. That was nice. You lost me
I
a
think
little bit, but that was a good story. That's Choose Your
Also-
Concept, ladies and gentlemen. All no viewers that are watching. I appreciate you guys and I love you guys. Unlock your style. We should end every podcast like that. Every live stream. You have to tell a story, a random story. But
I'm
again, if you made it this far in this video,
Thank you.
Thank you, because that was just a lot of shit, and that hour went by pretty quick. Has it been an hour? It has.
Yes, it has. It went by faster than last time, to be honest.
Kevin was supposed to lead it, and I kept interrupting because I kept missing out information because I would leave. Just to recap on what happened, but because you made it this far. Subscribe to our YouTube, our Instagrams, Twitter, Twitch. Get on our website, sign up for the Patreon. Go to the website, purchase a game. Go to Kevin's house, grab a book off the bookshelf. What else, Kevin? You got a minute.
Subscribe to Paul's ASMR on MySpace.
Subscribe.
ASMR MySpace music.
MySpace.com/unlockerstyle ASMR music. Thank you. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys next Monday. Hopefully things go smoother. If you guys have anything you want us to talk about, shoot it to us. Shoot it to Kevin. Next episode is going to be led by Kevin again. He got a lot of thoughts that I want to hear, and he needs to share them with us because I'm starting to get curious on what goes on in his head. Kevin X GT, Koncept XV. Oh, we almost got similar.
I just realized that. Wow.
To wrap it up one last time, if you're insecure, we all are. Don't worry about it. All right.
Pretty
Peace.
much. Yeah.
Late. All right, Kevin. I'll be on the Discord.